Today on Lucky Dog.
Hi, are you a senior?
A Doberman mix in her golden years gets a golden opportunity.
I want to adopt a senior dog because I work with a dog rescue and I just see how many senior dogs get overlooked.
But
What are you doing up there?
can Cora shed a lifetime of bad habits
She is a terrible jumper.
to make room for new talents?
I'm Brandon McMillan, and I've dedicated my life to saving the lonely, unwanted dogs that are living without hope. My mission is to make sure these amazing animals find a purpose, a family, and a place to call home. Today, one dog will be saved and one family will have a new best friend. This is Lucky Dog.
One of my favorite ways to network is to go to pet adoptions. You really get a sense of the dog's personality in a cage-free environment. It's a great way to find a pet, and it's also a great way to find potential owners.
Uniting loving owners with deserving rescue dogs is Brandon's mission in life.
That's a down. Perfect.
And today, he's about to face a daunting new challenge. Finding a home for a senior dog.
Come on.
Let's get you back over the adoption tent and get you a home.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
But before making this rescue, a little bit of sniffing around leads Brandon to hear about one of the volunteers who might be a perfect match.
Hi, baby.
Are you Nikki?
Hey, I am.
Hi, I'm Brandon.
Hey, nice to meet you.
I heard you were looking for a senior dog, is that true?
Yes, I am.
I just got contacted by the shelter, and they said they have a really good senior dog.
Yeah?
What kind of personality traits are you looking for?
I want a dog that I can bring with me to work, to friends' houses, and I have a lot of friends with kids and other dogs, and just sort of a dog that I can have any and everywhere.
You want them to be active?
Yeah, I'd love to have an active dog. I live at the beach and I'm always outside running around playing volleyball, paddleboarding, everything. So yeah, I'd love a dog I can do all my activities with as well.
All right, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna head to the shelter right now and check her out. If she's a good match, maybe I'll call you. Do you have a business card?
Yeah, you bet. Oh, there you go.
All right, perfect.
Thank you.
You never know, it might be a good match. She's 8 years old, so I'm gonna go to the shelter right now and check her out.
Waiting to greet Brandon is Cora.
Oh, thank you. I know. Are you a senior?
All right, let me come in there. Let me say hi to you.
Though little is known about Cora's history, her infectious spirit is undeniable.
I get it. I get it. We're friends already.
That didn't take long. I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. We keep being friends, and I'll take you out of here. Come here. Let me see. Let me have a look at you. You're too old to be in that shelter. I'm gonna make sure you never end up there again. First step in that process. I gotta get you trained. Here, try this on. No, come here. It's okay. There you go. There you go. Morning, everyone. Morning, morning, morning. Go on. Go play. Make friends. Make friends. You're gonna like it here. Welcome to the Lucky Dog Ranch. Now Cora's settled in at the ranch, it's time to assess her training, see what she knows. So I'm gonna run her through her knowledge of the 7 common commands, which are sit, stay, down, come, off, heel, and no. So the first thing I do with her is put her on a sit. Come here. Can you sit? Look at you. And she sits faster than any dog I've ever seen.
Hey, you're older, experienced, aren't you?
Cora's off to a strong start.
Can you go down? Yeah, you're almost there. You're almost there. Looks like someone taught you, but you're not great at it. How's your
But
stay?
soon her assessment hits a few speed bumps.
How's your stay? First I say stay, and she just blows it right away. And so again, I set her up, I say stay, a little stronger, and again, she stays for a half a second, and then just walks right up to me.
Nope.
Third time, she actually stayed. I was like, okay, we're off to a pretty good start here. Fourth time, she blew it. Fifth time, she stayed again. I'm like, something's not working here.
Give me a sit.
Inconsistency seems to be the name of the game.
Give me a stay.
She's perfect at some commands and sloppy at others, and some she doesn't even know at all. This dog is all over the place.
But a more annoying behavior is leaping to the top of Cora's training list.
She is a terrible jumper.
There's the jumping again.
You can tell with Cora, this is an old habit that was never trained. What happens with a lot of people when they have a puppy, they think it's cute when the puppy jumps on them. And little do they know, they're reinforcing the behavior. Well, in the case of Cora, it's not a cute habit anymore. Now it's a bad habit. So I have to correct this behavior right now.
Brandon runs Cora's leash through an eye bolt.
It gives me a pulley system. Now I have control of her. If she starts to jump, the leash will do the work. And after a few minutes, she has no interest in jumping on me. But she's still on leash, and she's still on the pedestal. And what I do is I put her on a sit, and I step on the leash, just enough to where she actually has a little bit of slack where she can start jumping. And instantly she tries to jump, and she learns by trial and error. The leash is gonna stop her in her tracks.
When Cora shows no interest in jumping, Brandon removes his foot from the leash and tests her again.
You sure you don't want to jump? You positive? Good, good, good.
Though this habit seems to be broken, some baggage is harder to shed.
There's something that really stood out to me with Cora. After I rewarded her for a behavior, I pet her on the head, and I noticed as I was petting her, she was really wincing her eyes. It raised a red flag right away. I had a feeling that Cora had had a few dark days in her past.
To confirm his hunch, Brandon tests Cora for abuse.
I just simply lifted my hand in the air.
Yeah, it's okay.
Instantly, she winced her eyes, dropped her whole body. Dogs that have never been hit don't know what that means. They don't react like that.
Cora's past will require special consideration.
I have to be very sensitive to the fact that somebody not only trained her wrong in the past, but treated her wrong.
Come here. It's all right. It's not gonna happen here, don't worry. I just had to know.
Cora had a dark past, but that doesn't mean she can't have a bright future.
Coming up,
Hey, Brandon. Hey. My favorite thing is paddleboarding.
Wouldn't that be awesome if I could train her a dog to stand up paddleboard with her?
here's a health and wellness tip from Banfield Pet Hospital. Osteoarthritis is a joint disease that causes painful inflammation and swelling in aging pets. But it can be managed if you follow these steps. Watch your pet's weight. Consider a specialized diet. And make sure your pet gets daily exercise. If you think your pet is showing signs of osteoarthritis, schedule an appointment with your veterinarian.
Come on. One step at a time.
Day 2 at the ranch, and Cora, the 8-year-old Dobie mix, is getting a jump start on her training.
Yesterday, I found out Cora has a really bad habit of jumping. So I trained the off command with her, but today I'm gonna see if it's stuck.
You gonna jump? No? No? You sure? I'm giving you every opportunity to jump.
She's a smart girl. She learned.
Now that Cora has all 4 paws firmly planted on the ground, Brandon moves on to another important command.
See that? No. No. No.
She's never been taught the meaning of the word no.
Okay.
And the word no is vital for every dog to learn. Now, I have to be really careful when teaching her this command because yesterday I found out that it looks like Cora has had a past history of abuse. I don't want to yell this command at her.
No.
I don't want to even be too stern. I almost want to make it a fun command where she grasps the concepts. I know. That's not going to get it. That's not going to get it, though.
Okay. There we go. That's enough. That's enough. I think you got it.
It's a fruitful day. Not only has Brandon gotten a no out of Cora, he's gotten a yes out of Nikki.
I sent Nikki photos of Cora, and she really responded. So today I'm going to Nikki's place to sit down with her and get to know her a little better.
Hey, Brandon.
Hey, how are you?
Nice to see you.
You
Come
too.
on out back and we'll chat.
Okay. So how long you been here?
About 7.5 years.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You like it?
Yep. Love it. The beach is my haven. This is where I want to be. I probably won't ever move.
So what's everyday life like around here?
I do a lot of activities at the beach, run, play beach volleyball, ride my bike, and my favorite thing is paddleboarding.
So why an older dog?
You know, I've been volunteering with Dog Rescue, Rover Rescue for over 12 years, and I just feel like those dogs are the ones that get passed up the most, and just my heart kind of goes out to them.
It's great she wants to adopt a senior dog. People have this impression that senior dogs are damaged goods, when the reality is senior dogs often come with far less problems than a puppy.
I don't feel like any dog should really be alone in their last years. This hits really close to home for me because my mother, she passed away from cancer not that long ago, and I was able to be with her in her last few days and weeks. I'm kind of doing this in honor of my mother, like being there for another being in their last few years might scare somebody, but for me, it's just more meaningful.
With a dog or anybody, it's not about the number of years, it's about the quality of the years.
Right, so.
Nikki is perfect, and her selflessness sparks new inspiration in Brandon.
She lives right by the beach, and she loves stand-up paddleboarding. When she told me this, the first thing that clicked in my head was, wouldn't that be awesome if I could train her a dog to stand-up paddleboard with her? Normally, I wouldn't even think about training most dogs for stand-up paddleboarding, especially a senior dog. But Cora is much different. She has a heavy work drive. She's eager to please. This will be the classic case of answering the age-old question, can you teach an old dog new tricks?
Coming up, Cora shows off her surfing skills in the kitchen.
What are you doing up there? I see we have more work to do on you.
Like many older rescue dogs, Cora has her fair share of bad habits. And today she's about to reveal another.
I had one of my volunteers cutting up some treats for the day, and I walked in the room and I saw Cora putting her paws on the countertop and just having a feast. What are you doing up there? This is a big problem. We call it counter surfing. So I decided to fix the issue right there.
Once again, Brandon utilizes the pulley system.
I set a very large piece of plywood on the floor, and I put an eye bolt through it. I run a lunge line through the eye bolt. Time for you to learn something.
Brandon baits the countertop, then sits back and waits for Cora to make her move.
Off, off. I simply say the word off, and I pull back. Off, off, off.
Eventually, Cora loses interest. But Brandon is hoping she'll be able to channel those surfing skills in a new direction.
Now that I found out that Nikki is an avid paddleboarder, I want to surprise her. I want to teach Cora to paddleboard as well. Today, I'm taking Cora to the Canine Gym and Rehabilitation Center to teach her the basic fundamentals of paddleboarding. And the first thing I want to do is just get her used to the board. So I put the board on the ground, and I put a couple treats on the board. And she actually runs up there right away.
Good, good, good.
From there, I decided to go a little more advanced. So I picked the board up, now I put it right by the pool. And I put her back on top of the board, and I rock it slowly. Just a little bit of rocking motion. See? As I'm doing this, I'm holding her on the leash, and I'm feeding her a couple treats. This calms her nerve.
There it is. Good, 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 good. There you go.
She understands the rocks are not going to hurt her. It's just the way the board moves.
Nothing frightens you, huh?
But now comes the real test.
The next step in the process was to put the board in the pool.
Brandon starts off by securing the board to the edge of the pool.
The worst thing I could do is put that board free-floating in the pool, so if she stepped on it, it would instantly slide away. Then it would become a negative experience.
There you go. Look at that. Nice. All the way, all the way. Good. There, you get one of these. Good. Good.
Once Cora gets stable, Brandon guides the board through the water.
This is the trickiest part to teach her, because I have to teach her not to fight the water, but go with it. She has to feel the rocks, feel the motion.
Now watch. We're going to turn. We're going to turn. See?
Today I like what I saw, but it's time to take it to the next level. I'm going to take her to a marina. This will be the ultimate test to see if she's a natural paddleboarder.
Come on. Come on.
Coming up, Cora hangs 10 when Lucky Dog returns. Here's a health and wellness tip from Banfield Pet Hospital. Dogs love the beach, but not all of them are strong swimmers. Senior dogs, small breeds, and dogs with short noses or double coats are considered especially high-risk swimmers. If you plan on enjoying the water with your dog, consider using a life vest or flotation device to ensure their safety. Cora, the 8-year-old Dobie mix, is learning how to hang 10, or in her case, 20.
Cora did great at the pool, but that's a very controlled environment. Now it's time to take it up another level. I'm taking her to a lake, which is an open water environment, a lot more elements to deal with. And to top it all off, we're gonna be on the board together. This will be her ultimate test. If she can prove to me that she can handle this, she's ready to go paddleboarding with Nikki.
Brandon starts by securing the board to the dock.
And as I was stabilizing the board, she just decides to jump right on the board. That told me everything. It told me that she's a little adventure seeker. She wanted to do this. She wants to have fun. So, paddleboarding we go.
Before they push off, Brandon puts Cora through a quick review.
I rocked the board a little bit, and it didn't even faze her. She stood her ground. So, that's it. We set sail. I started paddling the board right to the middle of the lake. I was doing very slow paddles, watching her the whole time, seeing what her body language is. Again, I don't want her to be afraid of this. And then when the moment was right, I decided to stand up. And as I start standing up, the board starts wobbling. Instantly, Cora dropped her body posture. She corrected herself. That told me everything I needed to know right there. Cora understands the whole theory of stabilizing herself now.
While some dogs master the doggy paddle, few get a chance at the paddleboard. And for Cora, the helm is exactly where she was born to be.
I could tell she loved it for two reasons. Number one, the smile on her face, and number two, the wag on her tail. The best part about this whole scenario, it wasn't the paddleboarding. It was the fact that when we got back to the dock, she literally tackled me with kisses. That right there showed her gratitude. That made me happy.
Was that fun?
In fact, it made me so happy that I gave her green collar. Come on. You got a new mom waiting for you. Come on.
Coming up.
So last time I was here, you told me about your love for paddleboarding.
No way.
One week ago, 8-year-old Cora watched the world through the bars of a cage. Today, she's upgrading to an ocean view.
Come on, this way. Somebody wants to meet you.
Oh my gosh, Cora, come on in.
Come here, Cora.
Hi, baby. Welcome home.
Brandon walked in with Cora, and I instantly fell in love. She's just so sweet, and she climbed right into my lap and gave me kisses. I know my mom would have loved her.
Can you sit for me?
Good girl. Oh, she's so sweet.
Yeah, she's such a lover.
Aw.
Did you go shopping for her?
Well, actually, my friends had a puppy shower, which is kind of a new thing. Yes, they had a puppy shower for me, and so Cora has all these new toys.
So last time I was here, you told me about your love for paddleboarding. I got a surprise for you.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Look at you.
She's a little surfer girl.
And she's smiling. I had no idea that she could do that. It was totally unexpected. So she'll just get right on the
She
board?
hops right on and doesn't want to hop off. Actually, getting her off the board is the hardest part.
Really? Yeah. So will she do that with me?
Of course she will.
Yeah?
Yeah? You want to try?
I would love to try.
Get your board.
All right, let's do it. Oh my God.
Good girl.
Down at the beach, Nikki and Cora set sail on their very first adventure.
It was amazing. I had no expectation that she'd be able to do that with me, and it was so cool having my little buddy that I'm cruising around with. And I cannot wait to do it again. I mean, it was this dream come true having her be out there on the water with me. Really cool.
Goodbyes are always tough, but it's easier knowing that Cora's golden years will be just that. Golden.
What Nikki did for Cora was a perfect tribute to her mother. She took a dog that had basically days to live, and now she has an entire life ahead of her. From hopeless to a home. That's my mission. One dog at a time.